Hey everyone, Tyler here at The Movie Beat, back with another Korean movie review. This one was requested by several people on the channel, so I'm very happy to finally be sharing with you my thoughts on this incredible, powerful Korean drama mystery film, The Truth Beneath. This was directed by Lee Kyoung-mi, which actually was her second feature-length film. Her first one was way back in 2008 called Crush and Blush, and it was actually the first self-produced, it was with a couple other people, but the Park Chan-wook, the acclaimed master filmmaker Park Chan-wook's first production as his own film. So he also co-wrote the script with the director Lee Kyoung-mi. So this one, again, sharing that writing credit with director Park Chan-wook, and you can feel it in this film. Some influence there if you guys have seen his films. Of course, Old Boy, Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance, The Handmaiden, Thirst. That style is present, and oh my god, get ready and buckle up. This movie is definitely not for the faint of hearted, and I truly believe that director Lee Kyoung-mi has crafted a script here that plunges face first into the depths of humanity, the coldest depths, with its unforgiving narrative. The Truth Beneath is a true, no-holds-barred, dark mystery thriller that features a story where murder, blackmail, forbidden love, and revenge take center stage. So let's get into the story here. I'm gonna keep it pretty spoiler-free because this is a type of film that you want to know very little about going in. Mystery drama. Here we go. On the eve of Kim Jong-chan, played by Kim Joo-hyuk, officially beginning his congressional campaign, his daughter Minji, played by Shin Ji-hoon, who has struggled with delinquency in the past, never returns home from school. As the party favorite, he goes against his wife's wishes and chooses to delay filing a missing persons report in fear he will lose standing in the polls. But when Minji fails to turn up, Jong-chan makes finding his daughter the sole focus of his election campaign. But as public sympathy looks to be pushing Jong-chan towards a political victory, his wife, Yeon-hong, played by Son Ye-jin, begins to suspect her husband had something to do with their daughter's disappearance and begins an investigation of her own to uncover the truth beneath. Yeon-hong's search leads her to question a suspicious classmate of her daughter's named Miok, played by Kim So-hee, whom she learns not only shared a special bond with her daughter, Minji, but was also mercilessly bullied by her classmates. When other anomalies, like the girl's school teacher, Sora, played by Chae-yu-hwa, revealing the girl's class grades began to dramatically increase despite their substandard study habits, the stage begins to set for one shocking revelation after the next, surrounding the truth behind Minji's disappearance. So as a mystery thriller film, oh my god, The Truth Beneath delivers on multiple fronts with its ever-evolving lines of questioning and inquiry, because every character in this film becomes a suspect, whether they were associates of Jong-cho's campaign, or they were friends of Minji, the student, or her teachers. Everyone becomes a person of interest, and they all seem to be hiding or perhaps taking part in some giant conspiracy surrounding Minji's disappearance. I mean, even the girl's parents, especially the father character Moore, played by Kim Joo-hyuk, seem to be struggling to come to grips with the varying degrees of negligence that they are recognizing that perhaps took part into this horrific outcome of their daughter being missing. So the twists and turns in this film come fast and furious, and many of the film's shocking revelations left me stunned. I had my mouth drop open, my eyes wide, several times OMG moments where I thought, oh no, they aren't going this, oh my god. Including some of the times when the schoolgirls, they have their own secrets and things like that, that at times it felt like, if you guys have seen the Japanese film The World of Kaneko, this hidden world of the daughter who the parents really did not know much about because they were too concerned with their own dealings and problems, that the daughter was involved in a lot of stuff that just would completely surprise them, or they wouldn't think it was even their daughter if it was described to them. So In that sense, it was kind of like that movie. And it was unforgiving in some of these revelations. It was just... This movie, The Truth Beneath, also incredibly features lead actors Kim Joo-hyuk, Son Ye-jin reuniting as an on-screen couple 8 years after their appearance as a couple in My Wife Got Married. And in this one, the problems that they face as a couple make the problems in My Wife Got Married seem like child's play. They go through some crazy domestic bouts because they have a different idea on how they need to be going after or uncovering the mystery surrounding their daughter's disappearance. And there are some domestic bouts that just sent chills down my spine. As many Son Ye-jin movies that I've seen, I was not prepared for the places that she took this character. This was definitely her most devastating, powerful, disturbing performance that I have ever seen of her. So in short, I was floored by her performance in this one. A must-see for Son Ye-jin fans if you can stomach the darkness. Kim Joo-hyuk also really, rest in peace, the late Kim Joo-hyuk. One of my favorite original Korean actors that I got into Korean film with. Really, he was known for a little bit more melodramatic and perhaps more comedic roles. So this one was, if you look at his filmography, really kind of a turning point that he got a few more darker roles, was becoming the bad guy. So this movie did surprise with a lot of the depth and conflicting personality traits that his character portrays in this one, as the father who's caught up sort of in his own successes and his campaign and thinking about his daughter and whatnot. So it was a really complex character. The movie definitely focuses much more on Son Ye-jin and the mother's willingness and more aggressive approach to protecting the child than Kim Joo-hyuk. So if you were looking for a bit of more of a balance there, you're going to be disappointed, because this one is definitely well overtaken by Son Ye-jin's performance. And despite this movie, The Truth Beneath, only being director Lee Kyoung-mi's second feature-length film, for my money, she is definitely one of the more gutsy, unique Korean filmmakers out there. So I definitely recommend you guys check out her short segment in the collection piece on Netflix called Persona. She's got a good piece there. Other than that, you know, this movie really, like I said earlier, because it was partly written by Park Chan-wook, this movie does look and feel a lot like a Park Chan-wook film in all the best ways, especially when it comes to the on-screen revenge. I felt like this movie could have fit right into Park Chan-wook's Vengeance trilogy. Maybe right after Old Boy or right after Lady Vengeance. Either way, there's revenge in this one, and it is visceral. Like in a Park Chan-wook film, the music, the cinematography is so important in telling the story. It really helped in establishing the tone, because a lot of the mise-en-scène, especially in the post-Minji going missing scenes, was dominated by just an abundance of blacks and dark blues that really emphasized a lot of the hurt, despair that the characters were feeling as they were going through. I mean, especially Son Ye-jin's character. There's also a lot of shadows and things like that that obscure faces and events that help to add to that concept of lies and hidden truths that this film is basically all about. Because, yeah, the English title is The Truth Beneath. The Korean title is No Secrets. There are lots of secrets here. And it is all about finding the truth, you know, casting the light into the darkness and finding out what is there, despite how horrific it is. Also, a lot of the flashbacks that showed Minji's school life and her budding relationships with especially one character in her school were much brighter and more colorful. So this to me really offered a kind of incredible contrast between what appeared to me a more youthful world guided by truths coming into conflict with an adult world that has really been corrupted by lies. So that to me was a kind of a hidden part of the narrative that I felt really translated through the cinematography and the colors like that. It just incredible. Again, I don't want to keep saying that, but as harrowing as the narrative becomes, there is a kind of visual splendor to this movie, as dark and as bright as it gets, that I really could not take my eyes off of it. And as something like, I hate to keep bringing up Park Chan-wook, but his films are also very visually disturbing, but they're so beautifully photographed that even in the most violent of scenes, you're fixated on screen because it is just confusing and stimulating to your eyes and your mind. So there are, for my money, a handful of very serious, dark Korean drama films that really feel to have the courage to explore a lot of this uncomfortable territory and really to write its characters to take these kind of extreme measures that we do see in movies like The Truth Beneath. So I have to recommend that fans of Korean directors like Park Chan-wook or Jung Ji-woo, who made Heart Blackened and Eun-gyo, would certainly be advised to check out The Truth Beneath and add it to your watch list right away if you haven't seen it already. And definitely take notice of this director, Lee Kyoung-mi, who remains my #1 most eagerly awaited Korean director to take on a new project. So I'm anxiously awaiting for her next film, whatever that may be. So I have to recommend The Truth Beneath, a very strong 8.5 out of 10. Definitely, this is a very dark film, so be warned for those that do not like to go there. I currently watch this on Netflix, but I am going to pick up the Korean DVD edition of this film, which is basically the only one available besides maybe perhaps one from Japan or Hong Kong or something like that. So other than streaming, there really isn't a Blu-ray out there that we can get our hands on yet, but crossing my fingers, maybe someday in the future, CJ E&M will add this one to their collection. It would do wonders in that collection. So thanks again for watching, everybody. I hope this review did the film justice and was something that you guys were looking forward to and finally got a chance, and it lived up to your expectations. So thanks again for watching. As always, please like and subscribe if you want to see more like this in the future. Until next time, I'm Tyler at The Movie Beat. Keep watching movies.